is interference. This interference are of two types in waves. This is in waves interference. Okay. In waves interference, here these are two types. One is known as constructive interference. Is constructive. First one is constructive interference. Okay. Second one is destructive. Destructive interference. Okay. So these are two types of interference. Okay. Right. So first we'll see what is this constructive interference. First one is constructive. Constructive interference. Okay. So what is this constructive interference? Right? So actually this interference means superimposing of two waves. Superimposing of two waves. Superimposing of two waves. These two waves. So here what I will do is, so first you have to know what is crest and trough of a wave. Then only we can define this constructive and destructive interference. So when you take the wave, already in the previous videos, already explained about this crest and trough. And again summarizing here. So this time axis displacement, wave is like this. Okay. What is crest and trough is this one. So maximum point of this upward, this line is known as mean position line, right? Where the particles are at rest here. Here where particles are vibrating. So when vibrating in the propagation wave, it is known as transfer wave. Already explained in the previous videos, right? Now this is known as point A, this is known as point B. This you can take C, this is B, this is D. Right? So A and C are known as crest. Right? B and D are known as trough. So maximum displacement from this mean position. So this maximum displacement. So this minimum. So if you take the distance here, so this maximum. If you take point here, this is minimum compared to this point. So this point A is a maximum value when compared to, if you take any which one particle on the way, if you take the displacement value, R will be less than this point A. So your maximum point on the wave is A. Here maximum point is C. Here maximum point is B. This is D. So mean position upward part of the wave, these points are known as crest, and this points mean position below the curve maximum displacement, the points B and D are known as trough here. Right? So to define this, which one constructive and destructive interference, we have to know what is crest and what is trough. Okay. Now we know what is crest and what is trough. Now I am defining this constructive interference. Constructive interference. Right? So for this one, already we know that crest and trough of a wave. We know about crest and trough of wave. What is crest and what is trough? This is the knowledge we require to define this interference, right? So if you are superimposing means you have to take two waves, right? Two waves you have to take. Superimposing of a wave is nothing but interference, right? So for this one we require two waves here. So two waves we have to which one superimpose such that crest and trough are attached. So two waves are such that crest of one wave, right, and trough of first wave and second wave, trough and trough, right? So this is not there. So here crust and crust, here again I will write here. So for constructive interference, we have to take two waves, right? So these two waves we have to superimpose. How to superimpose? We have to take first wave crust and crust of first wave. This is first wave crust and second wave crust, right? And trough of first wave and trough of second wave. So this is the procedure we have to follow to get the which one constructive interference, right? Crust and trough are attached. Crust of first wave and second wave are attached. Trough of first and second wave are attached. So that superimposing, you are getting a resultant wave. That wave is known as constructive interference. That is known as constructive interference. Constructive. Okay. There is no constructive interference. Okay. Now we'll see the wave. So wave will be like this. So one wave is like this, right? So this is crust, this is trough, this is crust, right? This is, one minute. So this is trough. Okay. Now this is wave 1. This is first wave. Now we'll take another wave like this, right? I am taking another wave like this. So here, this is a second wave. Okay. Second wave of crust. If you take first is A, this is A dash. Second wave. This is C of first wave, this C dash. Okay. This C dash. C and C dash. This is B. This first wave is B, this is B dash. This is D and D dash. So crust are attached here, right? And trough are attached. So this is a superimposing of two waves. So your resultant wave or this form which you are getting or the process which you are doing is known as constructive interference. Constructive. So a very simple definition of constructive interference is we have to which one superimpose the two waves such that two crust and two trough should be attached. So that is a simple definition of constructive interference, right? Next, destructive interference is we have to attach or we have to superimpose the waves such that crust of one wave. So crust of first wave should be superimposed to trough of second wave. Crust of first should be superimposed to trough of another wave. So then your resultant wave will be like this. So this is the one form of wave, right? So this is crust here, right? So this is trough here, this is crust, right? So this is trough. So crust and trough should be attached. So if you take that which one stationary wave, your wave will be, you will get a wave like this now. So you are this is which one trough and crust are attached. So this is trough and crust are attached. This one is trough and crust are attached, and so on. So superimposing of the wave such that crust and trough are attached. So that process is known as destructive interference. Destructive interference, right? And your wave will be like, so this is one of the waves you see like this, right? So this is one form of the wave here. So your other form will be like this. So this is crust, this is trough, second wave. right? So this is a trough of first wave, second wave is crest. So if you superimpose the wave such that crest and trough are attached, trough and crest are attached, so that process is known as destructive interference. Okay, thank you.